Niners, baby, lose a tough one to Arizona. Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, 24-23, final score. There was a minute 32 to go, final drive. Purdy first hits Kittle over the middle, gets some yards. Awesome stuff. Second pass, they have Jordan Mason blocking in the backfield. He steps up and does pick up a guy. We still have Kittle wide open in the middle of the field. Purdy goes to throw to him. He gets hit as he throws it. Actually, the dude hits his elbow as he throws it. The ball goes straight up in the air, and it's intercepted, and the game is over. Whose fault is that? It's Colton freaking McKivitz. You block inside, out. What did Colton McKivitz do? He blocked outside, in. He didn't block the guy going to the inside of him whatsoever. And that's the guy that hit Purdy clean. His run blocking has been improved this year. Pass blocking is still garbage. Tipped passes were a factor today anyways, because there was another pass that was tipped for an interception. It was just a really good play on the defense. Like, they made a good play. Purdy, I think he saw Kittle once again, and the defender just like stuck his arm up at the last second and tipped the ball up and got a pick. It was crazy. It'd be like that. Neither one of those I'm going to be putting on Purdy. It was just a really good defensive play and a lack of blocking. The Niners do have a bottom third offensive line in the league. So it's amazing to see Purdy do what he does on a weekly basis and Jordan Mason to do what he does on a weekly basis, because our offensive line is literally, outside of Trent Williams, still ranked in the bottom portion of the league. Don't get it twisted. We might be a good team, but our offensive line is not good as a whole. A big deal that happened today was Moody, our kicker, going down with an injury. As he tried to make a tackle, his foot kind of got caught up underneath his body. It looked kind of nasty, actually, and he was out. And there was 2 opportunities down in the red zone, which seems to just be a dead zone for us. But we could have at least got a field goal. We got 0 points out of that, and that ended up being the difference in the game, because we would have been up 8, but instead we're only up a couple of points. Cardinals go down, kick a field goal, and then they're up a point, and then now we have to literally get down the field, I guess, to score another touchdown because we can't kick a field goal. It just put us in a position that we weren't ready for. It didn't help the fact that our defense couldn't stop the run to save our lives at the end of the game. James Conner took over and was running through all of the tackles. Devondre Campbell sucks. He sucks so bad. He can't stop the run. He can't stop the pass. I don't understand why he's on the field. He's slow. He can't make reads. That big Kyler Murray run in the very beginning of the game, the opening drive for the Cardinals, Campbell was supposed to go over the top. He never did. He got blocked underneath, I think, by Big Bride. And then, there you go. Bye-bye Murray. Touchdown. Devondre Campbell, get off the freaking field. Hufanga went down with injury in this game. Once again, injury to his hand and wrist area. He just apparently just riddled with injuries. I don't want to ever label somebody as injury prone, but he came back from his ACL tear, and then he messed up his ankle, and now he messed up his hand. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we need you so bad, Hufanga. Taylor Brown is not great back there at safety. Malik Mustafa is. Brown is not, and Isaac Yiadom here and there has problems covering, and he couldn't cover Marvin Harrison on 3rd down late in the game on that game-clinching drive for the Cardinals, and they got a 1st down. It was like, what was it, like 3rd and 17, and Kyler Murray throws a fadeaway Kobe jump pass over to Harrison Jr. on the left sideline, and Yiadom just can't make that play. Bro, it's unacceptable stuff. Stat-wise, this is probably, arguably, Purdy's worst game. And it's weird, like, they came out throwing the ball like crazy. They didn't even really try to establish the run, despite Jordan Mason still getting 89 yards. They only ran him 14 carries for 89 yards. That's 6.4 yards a carry. Give that man the ball. What are we doing? But we ended up punting on the first drive after throwing. And I'm like, what? Run the ball. Brandon Ayuk, he was alive and well today. 8 catches, 147 yards. Kittle had 64 yards. Debo only had 1 catch for 11 yards. And that was in the first quarter. Never heard from him again. That's a problem. If Debo's engine isn't going, then the Niners offense is looking weird, and today it just looked off. Even Juwan Jennings only had 1 catch for 13 yards. I was like, what's happening right now? Fred Warner was all over the field, 12 tackles, 12. Gotta love that. We had a blocked punt that Diamonor Lenore picked up and scooped and scored, ran it a long ways back. That was awesome for a great touchdown. Nick Bosa even got an interception today, which was fantastic. The Niners did better this week on third down efficiency. They were 6 of 11 on third down. I'm here for that because that's improvement over the last week. And even defensively, the Cardinals were 3 of 10 on third down. So we were making better plays this week. It just, in crunch time, we couldn't get off the field. In fact, the Cardinals technically had more rushing yards than the Niners, so they controlled the pacing of the game. There was maybe 5-6 minutes left, and we ran to the left, and Jordan Mason fumbled. That was a big deal because that put the momentum right back in the Cardinals' pocket because we were driving on them, and then Jordan Mason fumbles, and I'm like, oh no. Not having a kicker, giving them the ball late, getting outgained on the ground, literally losing the line of scrimmage. Not having an offensive line that is of any worth outside of Trent Williams, for real. I know Dominic Pooney has been playing really well this year, but if you don't have a right tackle in passing situations, if your center is getting pushed back into the quarterback's lap, even Aaron Banks, he's not a great pass blocker. Brock Purdy ran for 3 first downs today. You think that was the goal? No. It's called the pocket was collapsing. And it wasn't because of Dominic Pooney, and it wasn't because of Trent Williams. Those other 3 are atrocious at pass blocking. It's like their just feet and brain doesn't connect and doesn't move. It's so frustrating to watch. That was a game like I thought it would be. I thought it would be very close. I thought it would be down to the wire. I wasn't even fully convinced that we were going to beat the Cardinals. I had conversations with multiple people over this week, and I'm like, I don't know. We should beat them. We can beat them. But the Cardinals, there's always one game out of the year they play us real close, if not beat us. Here we are. We're sitting at 2-3. Gotta turn around and not even think about this game because we have to focus on Seattle, who's not right now currently losing to the New York Football Giants, who apparently has new life right now. So we got to go play a Thursday night football game, and we got to play a heated rival in the Seattle Seahawks. Will the Niners be able to pull this out? I'm honestly not sure. This team does not give me confidence if we don't have a kicker, for one. And 2, whenever Devondre Campbell actually hits the field, I don't have any confidence in our defense, at all. Because I think defense should attack Campbell, and they should attack Brown. Period. If you don't do that, you ain't watching film, you're dumb. Attack those 2, and you just might have a chance to win at the end of the day. Kyle Shanahan, you have to establish the run early and often, especially if the right side of our line, a.k.a. Colton McKivitz, ain't going to block a soul. There's a ton of factors that contributed to this L today, and there's a lot of excuses that could be had. But at the end of the day, none of that will change anything. The Cardinals won the game. James Conner ran through our defense. Marvin Harrison came up clutch. The Cardinals kicker came up clutch. Kyler Murray put his team in a position to win the game, and they executed. We did not. I can't even arrogantly sit here and be like, oh, well, we were the better team. We were not. We didn't. We weren't. We didn't execute. And all injuries aside, we didn't win the game. And I'm sitting here thinking, what is wrong with us? There's something wrong. It's not panic mode, but it is high alert mode. Thursday's game is a must win. Can't go 2-4. If we go 2-4, this year's done. In my mind, we can't go 2-4. 3-3, we're cool. Not ideal, but it's cool. 2-4, RIP. Comment down below your thoughts if you want to talk about this game, and I'll talk to you. Peace.